the final event, but it's gonna take a failure in the relay by Roosevelt, a mistake, and North Central is going to have to come on very tough. I just don't think they can win it. I think Gary Roosevelt right now has it wrapped up.
Rudy Chapa set the record at 3,200 meters in 1975, 8 minutes 55 and 1/10 seconds. So here we have the contestants. This is 8 laps around this track. It'll run in the 8-minute area. We start with Eric Chilling of Valparaiso, Scott Williams of Indianapolis, Ben Davis, Dan Taylor of Connorsville, Mike Wynn of Goshen, Eric Rush of Bloomington South, Andy Foster, remember him, at 1,600 meters. He's from Carmel. Scott Steffen of Norwell, James Little of Bethany Christian, Jim Surstad of Fort Wayne Concordia, Ron Sharp of Blackford, then Tim Cooper of North Newton, Jeff Wheeler of Mount Vernon Fortville, Doug Warren of Columbus East, Mark King of Charlestown, Dan Quigley, Indianapolis Chittard, Victor Baskinas from Beech Grove, Jeff Bluthman of Highland, Mark Roth of Plainfield, Thad Stoller of Pendleton Heights, Scott Schroer of Valparaiso, Randy Hampton out of Columbus East, Robert Moore, Southwestern Hanover, Mike Coslow of Portage, also Ron Smith of Portage, and the final runner is another 1,600-meter runner here today, Mike Mundy of Mount Vernon. The regional winners were Eric Chillian and Gary, Dan Taylor of Indianapolis, Mike Wynn from Goshen in Fort Wayne, Eric Rush at Bloomington, he's from Bloomington South, and Andy Foster won this event at the Kokomo Regional just last week. Well, they're getting lined up. Ron Baird, the official starter. He's assisted by Jennifer Patterson, Dick Kierstead, and Stan Klaber. Referee is Michael DeVault. And they've run this meet right along, Jerry.
Well, they've done an excellent job. The last night during the trials, you and I and Ken were all here, and we congratulate them. The second year they have been at the new Indiana University Track Stadium, and it ran off just like clockwork last night. Ken, a question about the 8 times around, as you mentioned, 3,200 meters. I would assume a lot of this is mental as well as physical.
A lot of it is mental. It's hot out there today, and I know that's going to take a toll. We haven't had a lot of hot weather in recent weeks, especially in the northern part of the state, for some of these people to work out in, and it is a definite change for them. And I think it's going to be a tactical race or a pace race. Somebody might try to do like Peterson did, though, and go out and steal the race. And if they do, they may pay the price at the end.
Give us a brief description of what you mean by saying steal a race.
He took off with Peterson, as you saw in that 800. He took off and tried to build up such a big lead that it would demoralize the people behind him, and they may not try and go after him. And you heard in the interview, Graves thought that, but finally he was able to come on because he was afraid Peterson could hold on.
This will take a while to run this event, as Hilliard mentioned, so once we get them established and get the race running, we're going to swing down to the field and check with our field event fellows and get some updates on the high jump and things of that nature for you also.
A word about the weather. This is the warmest day I've experienced this spring. I don't know about you people here in Indianapolis.
85 was the forecasted high today, and I don't know if it got that high, but it was well on its way early this morning when it was in upper 70s by 11 o'clock or so this morning.
In this race, we have the cross-country state champion and the person there of Jeff Wheeler, number 280 with a white shirt on. He was second, and also Scott Williams from Ben Davis, who will be in purple. He's in lane 2, was the cross-country state champ this year. So both first and second in cross-country are here today trying to defend a distance title, as you say.
Well, Jeff Wheeler is in the center of the track. Also, Scott Williams is in lane 2 from Indianapolis, Ben Davis. He ran 9:31.7 last night, and Wheeler ran 9:33.7.
The best time turned in this year was by Mark King, number 45 from Charlestown, who very early in the year held the state's best in the half, the 16, and the 3,200, all in the same period of time. He was 9:20 this year at one time, but might have been ill lately and is starting now to come back.
Eric Rush, also a fine cross-country runner, finished 5th in the state, and Scott Schroer of Valparaiso finished 6th in the cross-country. So we have the long-distance people in this one, and they do run a long distance in this event at 3,200 meters.
Team-wise, Gary Roosevelt well on its way to its 4th consecutive boys championship. They're out in front by a sizable margin. North Central is out in front as far as the ladies are concerned. They've got some breathing room, 38 points. Gary Roosevelt is closest with 23. And Fort Wayne Southside is at 22. But Gary Roosevelt with about a 28-point lead over North Central. They have won it, as I mentioned, 14 times. This will be their 4th in a row. Oddly enough, there has never been a girls repeat champion. Now, Jeffersonville won it twice in 1975. They tied Indianapolis, Washington. Then they won it again in 77, but no school has won twice, and Gary Roosevelt won the girls' battle last year over Harding.
Roberta Woodman said on Thursday night that she would take 36 points perhaps to win this championship, but already
North Central has 38.
North Central has 38.
We don't know the results of a couple of the field events in both the boys and girls, which can slip some points in, but it's coming down, if it does, North Central, Gary Roosevelt, and Fort Wayne South, and the girls also all have mile relays.
Looks like we're about set to go, Hilliard.
Yes, this is kind of an army start here. They come running in a big horde, and it'll be an interesting start. I don't imagine anybody likes to lead early, do they, Ken?
Well, once in a while you get somebody that's got the adrenaline throwing, and he'll just go right on out there and take the lead, and especially if he's a plotter.
And there they go. Well, it's Eric Chillian of Valparaiso right now out in front, just 30 yards, 40 yards into the race. Running in second place at the moment is Scott Steffen. And it's really too early to call right now.
Eric Chillian of Valparaiso is on the inside, and Eric Surstad of Fort Wayne Concordia right now is in third, and Dan Taylor in the red is going to the front on the outside, and Eric Chillian's second Valparaiso guy, Scott Shore from Valparaiso, is also moving right up there.
Now they're in the northwest corner of the track. Remember, 8 laps. This is lap number 1. The leader is James Little of Bethany Christian. Running second is Eric Chillian of Valparaiso. And Scott Shore of Valparaiso, number 376, is running third. He's right on his teammate's right shoulder now. Dan Taylor, Connersville, running fourth. And that's there as they come to the end of lap number 1. Dan Quigley is also in there. Indianapolis Chittard. Eric Chillian of Valparaiso. And Scott Schroyer, also of Valparaiso.
So as we continue the 3,200-meter boys run, let's pick up some of the activity concluded earlier today in the field events.
A year ago, Angie Bradburn of Norwell High School was only a freshman when she competed in the state track meet. She finished third in the high jump. This year, a sophomore, she wins the state championship, and that certainly sounds great, doesn't it, Angie?
Yeah.
What was your winning height here?
5'10".
5'10". Had you been 5'10" before this year? What was your best effort?
6 foot 1/4 inch.
You did clear 6 feet 1/4 inch during the regular season, or in one of the IHSAA meets?
One of the it was at Northrop Invitational.
The Northrop Invitational. Here you are, state champion as a sophomore. You have 2 more years of competition. What's ahead the next 2 years for you here at the state meet?
Well, I want to just break the record next year if I can, and then whatever record I set then, I want to break that again the next year. I just want to try and get higher and higher.
I know you also competed in the hurdles and won a medal tonight.
Yeah, I got 6th place in the 300-meter low hurdle.
Well, congratulations to you, Angie. The state champion in the girls high jump, Angie Bradburn of Norwell High School.
And we're back up here in the second lap of the 3,200-meter run. Scott Williams of Indianapolis, Ben Davis is in the lead. Running in second place is Scott Shore of Valparaiso. In third is Dan Taylor of Connersville right now. And then Eric Chillian of Valparaiso is running fourth. So Valpo has 2 of the front 4. As we have some movement now by Chillian on the outside as they move to the far end of the backstretch, as Scott Williams is being pressed, but he's still in the lead. Scott Schroyer is running second, and Dan Taylor of Connersville, the third place runner at this moment, and Eric Chillian of Valpo is running fourth, and they're still quite a pack.
And we have now the boys high jump winner. Let's go down to our field reporters for this coverage.
Your 1984 girls.
The 1984 state champion in the high jump is Chris Walker of Gibson Southern High School from Gibson County. Congratulations, Chris.
Thank you.
I know you got a big grin in your face. It's a lot different from a year ago when you were here as a sophomore. Finished 13th this year, jump all the way from 13th to 1st. And what made it possible to move up that high? A lot of hard work?
Well, yeah, I guess over the summer I did a lot of AAU track, and that helped out.
Was that the first year, summer, you competed in AAU competition? You have some good coaching along the way, I guess.
Yeah, my coach has been real helpful and everybody.
I know you're only a junior. You've already reached that top pedestal here in the state track meet. What about next year? You setting some high goals?
Well, I hope to get the record anyway. I was hoping to get this year, but I guess I have to wait till next year.
I know you've cleared 7 feet. Jerry Brewer from Jasper told me you cleared it at the Jasper track this year. You missed at 6'11" here in the state meet, but that 6'10" was certainly good enough to win the state, wasn't it?
Satisfying.
Congratulations to you. Chris Walker of Gibson Southern, the state champion in the boys high jump.
One of the great stars of the track meet so far today, Marcel Malone of North Central, who just has been sensational. A 100 win, a 200 win, and a 400-meter win, the most recent, a 200. And she's just 14 years old and a 9th grader. Boy, you've got to be elated.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself. Really, it was the faith of God, my faith within God, taking me through the race, all of them. Because I was like keyed up and unrelaxed, and my faith just proved it all here at this meet.
One of the big things that has happened here today is that wind assisting you quite a bit. I imagine the 400 meters, it was you'd had to run into a little bit, but in the 100 and 200, it was to your back. Did it help?
Yeah, especially in both sprints, 100 and 200. The 400, it kind of, it was helping me and kind of not doing too bad. I mean, you know, it was there to bring me back. And I was pushing myself just a little harder.
Just give me an idea how hard you do train. How many hours a day do you have to work on your running?
Not very much. I mean, considering getting out of school at 2 o'clock, practice is over by 4.
And your future has got to be awfully bright. I know you're looking ahead to get better, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I'm looking forward to going to the ADA Olympics. And I just have to push myself, work over than 2 hours that I do now.
Well, do it. You've got a great future, young lady. Terrific job.
Thank you.
Marcel Malone down here on the track. What a fantastic day she has had. Back upstairs.
She may say she doesn't practice much. The coach is telling me she's the first to practice and the last to leave. We're in the midst live with the 3,200-meter boys run. Here's Ken and Hilliard.
Well, Jeff Bluthman of Highland is in the lead right now, and running in second place is Dan Taylor of Connersville. We're on the 6th lap. Eric Rush of Bloomington South is running 3rd at this moment, and then Scott Schroer of Valparaiso, a fine cross-country runner, is next, and then his teammate Eric Chillian of Valpo is running at this moment in 5th place, and there is one group now of 5 runners that is breaking away from the field. Jeff Bluthman of Highland, who ran 9:39.2 here last night, is the leader, with Dan Taylor of Connersville running in 2nd place. He ran 9:23.19 here in the trials last night.
Well, those 5 have broken away from the pack, Hilliard, and when they come by this time, they will only have 2 laps to go, so it's shaping up with those 5 people trying to come out with the win. Dan Taylor.
Right. Dan Taylor has now gone into the lead. Bluthman is running 2nd, and coming up on the outside is Scott Schroer of Valparaiso, and he's making a bid for 2nd place. Eric Chillian is his teammate. He's running in 4th place at this moment. Eric Rush is in 5th place as they go to the 7th lap. This is Dan Taylor. Dan Taylor in the lead, and Scott Schroer continues to run in 2nd place. Andy Foster, check that. Jeff Bluthman is running in 4th place at the moment. Dan Taylor continues to lead on the backstretch. Scott Schroer 2nd. His teammate is Eric Chillian in green in 3rd place. And here is Jeff Bluthman.
Girls long jump.
Eric Rush. They're completing the top 6. Here's a call for Victor Baskinas.
Will be the first 4 events presented their medals.
So the leader
coming around
Dan
with just
Taylor.
about 600 meters to go, 500 meters to go.
He has the straightaway and then one more lap. And it is Dan Taylor. He was the regional champion here in Indianapolis. And right now he has a sizable lead over Scott Schroer of Valparaiso. He ran 9:40 and 3/10 here last night. Schroer is running 2nd. Bluthman is running 3rd. And now moving up is Eric Rush of Bloomington South in that gray running suit. He is running 3rd. And Bluthman begins to drop back. The leader continues to be Dan Taylor by a substantial margin. And Scott Schroer is trying to take out after him, but the leading runner at the moment is Eric Rush of Bloomington South.
Dan Taylor tried to steal this race, Hilliard, with almost a half mile to go, and Eric Rush is going out after him because Dan Taylor doesn't have the speed at the end like some of the other runners do.
Well, it's Eric Rush He ran 9:30.85. He won the regional at Bloomington. It is Dan Taylor in the lead for the moment, but Eric Rush is rushing, and he's moving in, and he's closing the gap. And I have a feeling that Eric Rush is going to take the lead.
He looks awful strong with 100 meters to go.
Here he comes. He's going to make the bid, and it is Eric Rush of Bloomington South with 105 meters to go. 100 meters to go. Dan Taylor runs in second place, and Scott Troyer of Valparaiso runs third. It'll be Mike Wynn in fourth place, but Eric Rush is going to win the grueling 3,200-meter run. Dan Taylor will finish second. Scott Troyer will finish third. Mike Wynn of Goshen will be fourth, and then it'll be Jeff Bluthman finishing fifth, with Eric Chillian of Valparaiso sixth place. And that's the way they worked it out here today at 1,300 meters.
Unofficially 9:23, and it was a tactical race for a while, and then finally 5 people broke away, and Dan Taylor just didn't have enough to hang on.
Yet to come, the girls' 1,600-meter relay as we come to you live. One of your network sponsors is Farm Bureau Insurance.